stuff here. Okay, so this has been popping up on the exam, this information. You guys need to know it, and it surprises me because it was years ago that we had this issue, but here it comes again. You have a male carrier that comes in, presents with flu-like symptoms, and he basically tells you that he's delivered mail today, and it came on kind of suddenly, pretty severe flu-like symptoms. What are we concerned about? Anthrax. Mary, you are correct. We are worried about anthrax. Anthrax was huge, it seems like 10 and 15 years ago. Maybe I live in a bubble, I don't know, but just to be coming background and come back on our test. So make sure you guys know the symptoms of anthrax, and that mail carriers, obviously carrying packages and envelopes, are at risk for being exposure to that. And the treatment, Michelle, again, you're ahead of the game, is going to be Cipro. So it's a long duration of Cipro. We are going to treat with Cipro for 60 days. So 500 milligrams of Cipro for 60 days for that. Okay? What is the bacteria that causes your atypical pneumonias? So atypical pneumonia is going to be seen in your younger population, your healthier population normally. What is the bacteria that is responsible for causing your atypical pneumonias? There's a couple different names that we call this. Yeah, Ashley, mycoplasma. Correct. Christy, Ashley, good job. Also, walking pneumonia. That's what everyone seems to call around here is, I got the walking pneumonia. Please, for the love of Christ, do not pick the answer that says mycoplasma. I will come through the computer and thump you. It was an option on my exam. I cracked the nut. People, providers, some of them do really say mycoplasma. No, don't say that. It is mycoplasma. Please do not pick that. There's a reason they put it on there, so obviously a lot of people get those confused. Yes, mycoplasma is your atypical pneumonia. Typically, we see that in the younger, healthier population without all the comorbidities. And the symptoms, same thing. So you can have the fever, the headache, the productive cough, maybe not a productive cough, it could be a dry cough. Okay, so that is myco, not micro. Let's see. Tell me so there's 3 different things here. So if I'm talking about TB and duration.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So your TB and duration, for which population?
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Good job, Mike. So if we have less than 5, what patient population do we want less than 5?
Here we go. By 20. Check 45.
We want our immunocompromised, our HIV patient. We want them.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
45, 45, 45.
From the 27, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And then, so, let me ask you this. If you have a nursing home patient who shares a room,
on first down, it's Mitchell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. It's out 13.
To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So if you have a red area that's like...
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
What do we consider positive? Because I know you guys have all seen this. I've seen this. Are they positive if it's just a, like, it's a 10-millimeter red area?
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo.
So you could have an allergic reaction, and it could be really nasty.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up.
No fever, other than this dry, severe pretty asymptomatic. But it's been not forever.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Could vomit afterwards because they're
Wait, 20. Check Mike 54. Line 54. I'm on. Regular.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Brady now on first down. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
36. Hey, check 24.
Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. 12, fellas, here we go. I got you. 45, Mike, 45. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 45.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Play action, Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. This one caught by Kittle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
21. Here we go. 1 Omaha.
Garoppolo again. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Mohamed Sanu there to make the grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
2nd and 10.
Right there. 54 Mike. Go Bandit. Whip. Rush the whip. Easy.
Brady going to throw. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady.
He'll let one go deep for Howard. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
I got this. I got motion. Two. Go ahead. Check.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo.
This is caught. It's Sanu. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bandit. Deuce. 21.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
You don't want no problems with me.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike, 45. Ready? 45's the mark.
On first down, Garoppolo.
And this one too low.
Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Watch the boot. 45's the mic.
To throw again on second down, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession
as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
Check. Hey, switch gears.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the...
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Cousins now. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. It's caught. Smith. That catch good for only a couple.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 4th down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
44, 44. I'm going to come back to you.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook.
From 13 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. I can't say that's something you see often, but it worked out for them. Tie game. They try to get the ball back, and they do.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to give me a lot of tales about this guy called Old Mo. I never knew who Old Mo was. Now I do. It's old momentum, and they want to keep riding it.
Old Mo. Is that a true story? Or?
True story.
I love your pops. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. These two teams all tied after one. From just shy of midfield, Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson.
Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
32 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is swung out to Eckler. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Steven Anderson taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, Cousins. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. From the 50, here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams.
28 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1st down. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra